So very recently, जब मैं दूसरे वीडियो के एडिट पे बैठा हुआ था, that's when I noticed something. There was a sudden epiphany and I realized something. There has been a significant change in how brands represent themselves today versus how they used to do when I was a kid, I guess. So for starters, there are a lot of difference. And why won't there be? क्योंकि times have changed and obviously चीजें change होती हैं. There's one thing that affects me the most. The reduced use of mascots. मुझे mascots बहुत पसंद है. I find them really cute. So personally जब मैं mascots को use होते नहीं देखता हूँ, I find it very disheartening. So that is what we are going to do today. We are going to try to solve the curious case of missing mascots. सबसे पहले the question arises, what are mascots? Well, according to Gemini, brand mascots are characters, often animated, that represent a product or a company. They serve to personify a brand, making it more relatable and memorable to customers. And to put it simply, mascots brand की पहचान होते हैं. Remember the confused girl from Parle-G या फिर Vodafone वाला pug? These are iconic mascots. You see them and you know the brand. I mean even today when Vodafone is nowhere to see, you still see a pug and your mind goes like Vodafone वाला कुत्ता. And the reduced use of mascot doesn't mean it has stopped at all. For example, some brands make use of mascots very well, and the biggest and the best example of it can be Duolingo. Duo from Duolingo is an absolute mad lad and he does crazy shit. I like him. But apart from Duo, I don't really know any mascot that's making waves or doing things like they used to earlier. Most brands today, especially startups, mascots में invest नहीं करते हैं और अगर करते भी हैं तो उसका पहले जैसे यूज नहीं होता. No mascot centric cat campaign, no backstory. कुछ brands के लिए mascot सिर्फ glorified customer agents का काम करते हैं. Well, the reduced use of mascots can be for many reasons. Following are the most important reasons. Ever changing cultural landscape, societal values और लोगों के expectations बहुत ही स्पीड में चेंज होते हैं. जो चीजें आज से 2 से 4 साल पहले acceptable थी, मे बी आज वो acceptable नहीं होंगी. For example, you can think of Nirma girl, the girl on Nirma detergent packet. भले ही कोई controversy नहीं हुई हो, but some might really find the traditional portrait a bit outdated क्योंकि एक controversy of brand का पूरा नाम मिट्टी में मिल सकता है. That's why they are very hesitant to introduce a new mascot. Second reason can be mascots are very expensive and require constant maintenance. Mascot सिर्फ एक बार का खर्चा नहीं है. You need to market your brand around them. Brand messaging उनसे resonate होनी चाहिए and branding is expensive. And controversies होने पे अगर आपको mascot change करना पड़े या back story change करने पड़े, even anything related to branding change करने पड़े, it can't be a good financial decision and your brand will take a hit. And especially today where brands have a very short term and trend hopping approach towards marketing, and whereas mascot they require commitment, they are a long term investment. Third reason can be risk of misinterpretation. लोग mascots को उनकी personalities and backstories के लिए पसंद करते हैं, but brands like to control the narrative. They like to control every single message that comes out and they like to make sure that there is no space for misinterpretation. And mascot with good personalities, great personalities can leave a room for that, which brands don't really like. And one more reason can be the change of media in which brands advertise their products these days. So earlier we used to see brands used to advertise on television, the 30-second ad or maybe longer, whatever they could afford. So there was easy and there was a room to build a story around the mascot. But with the changing media platform, like brands today, they are marketing their products on social media mostly. So it's really hard to get a clear story across what your mascot wants to represent and what you want your mascot to represent. And one more reason can be lack of personalization with mascots. So mascots are usually made to target a specific demographic of people, but in branding, one size fits all approach doesn't really work. You need to do personalized marketing if you want to sell your product and if you want people to talk about you. As discussed, इतना कम usage होने के बाद भी mascots are still there because they still provide certain values. For example, brand recognition. एक well designed और unique mascot brand को identity देता है. For example, Amul girl, Parle-G girl, Michelin man जैसे mascot brand को याद रखने में मदद करते हैं. टारगेटेड मार्केटिंग. मैस्कॉट से स्पेसिफिक पॉपुलेशन डेमोग्राफिक को टारगेट करना बहुत आसान हो जाता है, जैसे कि प्लेफुल मैस्कॉट किड्स के लिए एंड सोफिस्टिकेटेड मैस्कॉट्स आर रिलेटेबल टू अडल्ट. सो अंटिल नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द ड्रॉबैक एंड द यूटिलिटी ऑफ मैस्कॉट, व्हिच नाउ मेक्स यू थिंक व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ मैस्कॉट. सो ब्रांड्स हैव रिड्यूस्ड द यूजेज ऑफ मैस्कॉट, व्हिच मेक्स यू थिंक कि फ्यूचर में ये ट्रेंड कंटिन्यू होगा एंड मैस्कॉट्स इवेंचुअली विल गो एक्सटिंक्ट. बट आई डोंट रियली थिंक सो. ब्रांड्स मैस्कॉट्स को अब मॉडर्न एरा के लिए इवॉल्व कर सकते हैं. While there are certain ways to do that, we are only only going to discuss some. Number 1, digital adaptation. Mascots digital platform पर thrive कर सकते हैं. Brands can create interactive AR and VR experiences around them to be in social media, to increase their presence and to be in eyeballs of. Second, AI powered mascot. As we can see, AI is in every industry and in every sector. Brands can use AI too, especially when it comes to mascot. They can create personalized mascot and can create tailored campaigns as well. Niche and targeted use. While we can see कि mascots का widespread usage कम होता जा रहा है, but children and family marketing के लिए mascots are the best. और ये कुछ Indian brands हैं, not really brands, इनमें sports team भी हैं. For them, I would like कि they have their mascot. Number 1, Swiggy. I use Swiggy daily. I like them. I would love if they have a mascot. Number 2, I would like all the IPL team have their mascot, which they use in their ad campaigns as well. Players with mascot, I think, would be a great combination. After Swiggy, मुझे लगता है political parties should have their mascots as well, and they can use them however they like. These are the names I could remember on the top of my head. आप comment section में बताइए कि आप किस brand के लिए और क्या mascot choose करेंगे, and tag them on social media with that. तब तक के लिए like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.